My name is Esther and I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana on the west side. I'm involved with a support group out of RHI, which is the Rehabilitation Hospital of Indiana, over on the west side on 38th Street. And we have a support group that talks about ADA and on a whole number of things we discuss among ourselves, because all of us are amputees of one sort or another. I'm not sure that I'm familiar with all of the rules for ADA. I'm experiencing them now because I'm a double amputee, and this happened to me 3.5 years ago, and so I've done a lot of traveling and just being around town or going shopping, and I see different places where maybe there's not a ramp or the door's not accessible or those type of things. So I'm getting a clearer view the more I go and the more I visit. A year ago we took a 4-week trip out west, my husband and I, and we just drove. We went from all the way to Yellowstone to California and all the way back around again to home here. And we stayed in a whole pile of motel, hotels, what have you. And there was a lot of experiences. We call ahead for a room. One time we called ahead for a room. I'm not sure where we were. I believe we were in Utah. But we called ahead for a handicap accessible room, and they booked us a room, and we got there and went inside and looked around for a minute. It was a real small room. And there was no shower hose in the bathroom. So we called the manager to come down, and he come down and he says, "Oh, but this is a half a handicap room." I'm like, "A half a handicap room? I've never heard of such a thing." So that was one of our experiences. We stayed in other motels, quite a few of them, matter of fact, that in the bathrooms they have these seats, like benches that are attached to the wall. They're not like just ones you set in like your plastic molded ones are. And in my case, since I'm the double amputee, I have to sit on a seat or a bench or something, or in a wheelchair, one of the two, and take a shower. And these particular seats are against the back wall in the shower, and you're talking 3 feet to reach the water to turn the spigots on. So there's no way that worked for me. So the only way that worked at all is my husband was with me, and he turned the water on for me, and we sort of went from there. So it was very inconvenient and not up to what I would call an ADA standard or any other thing of that nature. One of them fell out of the wall even after I had taken a shower. So that kind of blew me away a little bit. So some places have no idea what the word handicap accessible means. They just think that means a bar on the wall. You know, you just grab a hand bar, you know, and you're good to go, you know. They don't have any thoughts about a person such as me with a double handicap or a double amputee person. I suppose that I probably never really thought about it. I'm probably like everybody else in the country, I would say, that until it happens to you, you don't give it your priority thoughts. I mean, you see people in wheelchairs, you see people with handicaps, you notice them and you hold the door open for them and you do those type of things and try to, you know, but it don't really hit home with you until you are that person that has the handicap, and then you start seeing it as, oh yeah, you know, this, but I guess I could say that even though that wasn't really my priority to look at, even though I was observing some of it, and I would say that it has improved dramatically from what I observed 15, 20 years ago, from what I've seen. Probably that there would be more ramp accessibility in places, or more automatic doors for people that can get around better and don't. Even people that are older and are only using a cane, they're handicapped, even though they don't have an amputation. It would be very difficult for them not to have access to a door that opens with a push or whatever. They don't have to pull on it. Also, I noticed, along with that, I noticed there's certain stores that I've been in where if you go into a bathroom, it may be, it's not accessible with your push button, you want to call it, to open it, but I did notice one place I went in that you could hardly pull the door. It was a steel door. Nice big bathroom, nice handicap bathroom in there where you can go with all your bars and everything you need, but you could hardly get in the door. Even standing up, I could hardly push the door open. So that would be a problem. And maybe that's more stores than just one that I've seen that way.